But be ye renewed, transformed by the renewal of your mind. Romans 12. Be transformed, change. Let the content change the container. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so some of us, we are always thinking about the flesh. From today, I want you to be spiritually minded. Because Bible says to be carnally minded is death. But to be spiritually minded is life. You need to be spiritually minded. Oh, are you here? Are you in church? There is somebody in you. There is a life in you. And that life in you must actually define that life outside you. You didn't just get what I'm saying. Listen. When there were snakes in the desert, and the snakes were biting the Israelites, introducing venom into their system and killing them, God gave Moses a solution and said that make a brazen snake and hang it. And anybody that looks at the snake hanging, that person will leave. No, wait. When did looking at a snake become an antivenom? Are you here? When did looking at a snake become an antivenom? But everybody that looked at the snake lived. Those that said that Moses they died. Listen, and just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so shall the Son of Man be lifted up. So the Bible says that looking unto Jesus, the author, the definer, the beginner, and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross and despised the shame. Listen, you need to actually let what is in you define what is around you. Let what is in you define what is around you. I remember those days that I used to sell. There was this container that I used to sell in. When I go, I open it, but I don't start selling immediately. I was changing the atmosphere. I was changing the environment. And I was calling customers, wherever they are. If somebody wants to buy sugar, if somebody wants to buy nkati ayachetere, whatever you want to buy, I have some here. I'm showing you the location. Oh my God, my God, my God. Listen. Let what is in you define what is happening around you. I said, let what is in you define what is happening around you. Are you here? Are you here? So the Bible says that Jesus, he decided to ask a question. Where have you laid him? And they said, come and let's show you. But you see, I'm now coming to my message. When they said that come and let's show you, Jesus didn't just walk to the graveyard. No. Let's look at something. Give me verse 33. When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in spirit and was troubled. He groaned in spirit and was troubled. Give me verse 38. Jesus therefore again groaning in himself. I'm talking about the groaning of the vessel. Listen, the spirit is groaning, but as a vessel of God, you need to also groan. You're not getting it. Listen, Jesus, what was he groaning at? He was getting angry. He was getting angry. Devil, you can't mess my friends up like that. You can't oh my God. You can't mess my friends up like that. Because even those that seem to be mourning, they are not really mourning, they are accusers. No. Why will you say? So this guy who has been raising raising people, healing people of blindness, can't he has healed Lazarus? What sort of sympathy is that? Not everybody at the party is rejoicing with you anyway. So Jesus was getting angry in his spirit. Now listen, this is called emergency fire. Look, there are times when you see fear entering into you, you need to release emergency fire. Are you here? Look, let me tell you. There are times all of a sudden. You see, there are times you have time for some things. There are times you don't have time for some things. It calls for groaning. So Jesus was coming at the point of meeting death, and he was groaning. He was groaning. He began it long before he got there. Listen, you need to be groaning. He was packing something in him. And by the time he got to the grave, hey, something was in him. Something was in him. Something was in him. Do you know when he released it? Look, let me tell you. When Jesus was coming, he looked very cool. Hold on for me. He looked very cool. Now, hold it. Can you imagine that Jesus was coming and jumping? Hey, away. Hey, and Jesus was jumping like an okonfo. Don't you think that when he said that, where have you laid him? Remove the stone. They wouldn't even comment because they knew that, hey, and then, abim. But Jesus wasn't showing any such sign. He was coming very cool. Where have you laid him? Even crying. Roll the stone. It didn't look like anything was about to happen. That just like it doesn't look like God is about to do anything. By the time they realize you are there, by the time they realize you are there, but by the time they realize you are there, you are there, you are there, you are fasting, you are praying. Oh, nothing is happening. But